if your business can't be questioned,
Mm.
it can't be improved.
People don't stop making money in a down economy. It's who's making the money that changes.
Your best year is not a strategy.
Right.
It's a memory.
He goes, when a loaf of bread was a dime, I didn't have a dime to buy it. He goes, it's $1 today and I got the dollar. I'd rather buy it with my dollar.
People who made it out of like 08, 09 crash came back stronger.
Right.
They're like, I'm resilient. Hammer time. Can't touch this. Markets don't reward experience. They reward relevance.
Yes.
I'm perfectly fine being wrong. But I will make sure you know when I'm right.
Correct.
No one gets out alive.
Yeah. That's a theme for that.
Truth.
It's true.
This is the
Truth.
Business Podcast.
The truth
with
of it
Corey
is.
Yeah.
The fact of it is.
Remember when they used to do those commercials about smoking? That truth. And that was like scary in your face.
Yeah. And then people watched it and picked up their marbles.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, man, I don't care what that commercial said. I need me a Newport.
That's right.
A Newport.
Oh, you're going. Where you going?
Only you can prevent forest fires. All right, hello. That music can only mean one thing. That means you have come to the right place, the exciting place if you're looking to grow your business. That is the Grow Business Podcast. Oh, I was ahead of him. Okay. He's complaining already. Willie H is here. Look, I really throw him off now. I did it backwards.
Right.
Willie H, yeah, that's right. Willie H is here. LG 007 Lon Graham is in the building.
Voice of reason.
It's good to be a Corey.
And I'm Corey Mosley. Whoa. We are out of order.
Well, you went from second to fifth gear like
I know,
that. You just bypassed.
I'm ready.
Third and fourth.
I remember years ago, I was speaking at this event, and a buddy of mine, a guy that worked for him, was there, and he said, "Yeah, I saw Corey off to the side, and he hadn't gone on stage yet." He said, "I was kind of looking over, and I'm like, yeah, he doesn't look all that exciting, or maybe some of the things people talk about or whatever." And he says, when they called him on stage, it was so he went from 0 to 100,
Right.
Just like he turned the switch was off and then the switch was on.
Right.
I just find that to be so funny because it can be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
When it's go time.
When the lights come on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we are welcoming you here. If you're streaming us on YouTube, we're waving to you now in the camera or Spotify video. If you're checking us out on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Apple, I said Apple already, Google Play, or the other areas that we are streaming, we're saying hello to you. Just pretend that we're waving.
Yeah.
That way. But we encourage you to check us out on YouTube as well. Because we dress up for you and everything. It's like you're missing out if you're
That's exactly right.
You're not seeing it. But we will take the listeners wherever we can find them.
That's right.
And, we're here to do one thing, help you grow your business. We do this based on our 5 pillars of business growth: marketing,
sales, marketing.
I wanted to see if you were. I told you I was making things.
You started out in the middle. So
I was doing reverse today.
So marketing, mindset, sales, operations, and people.
Okay, that's good. All right, but what's the right order that we normally say them in?
Mindset, sales, marketing, operations, and people.
Okay,
that's right.
Good. What's up is down on this episode today. Here,
we are flipping the switch.
Yeah, exactly. You never know what's going on. You can learn more about this theory and concept in my latest book, Position for Growth. You can head over to CoreyMosley.com. Check out some course content, some things that go further in terms of growing your business. This show is specifically for people who are in business, have businesses, or you're inside an organization and you have P&L responsibilities. So you lead growth or have something to do with the growth of that organization. This is the right show for you.
Indeed.
Yes. So this week, I thought it was very interesting.
Okay.
You and I had some conversations about people who have started phoning it in their businesses and not delivering. So I thought I thought about going a little one step further in that idea that they're not just kind of like, boneheaded for not adapting. But I thought it'd be interesting to approach it from the perspective of ego.
Oh, okay.
So on today's show, we're going to be talking about how a business owner's ego and past success could be the actual thing killing their business in 2026.
Okay. I like it.
Bill Gates said it best: success is a menace. It convinces smart people that they can't lose. And the reality of it is, one of the biggest threats to most businesses in 2026 isn't the economy, isn't AI, isn't competition. It's the owner believing that what made them successful will keep them successful.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, marinate on that one for a minute.
Yeah, well,
because that is such a danger zone.
Yes.
So we want to give you some strategies. I like this magic 5 because I think it makes us efficient.
Yeah.
It gets the point out without overloading people. I don't understand. Go ahead.
Well, and it aligns with the 5 pillars.
Yeah.
Consistently.
I don't understand the 2-hour podcast. Now, that's probably just because of my ADHD, all of it. I got all of it, whatever. Right? So, what do you think about that? Like, are you a 2-hour? Do you listen to these 2.5 hour, 3-hour podcasts?
Not all at once.
Okay.
I would treat it like if we were doing that.
Yeah.
I would treat it like a basketball game, Corey. So we would have the first half.
Right.
We would take a break, walk around, get our blood flowing.
Yeah.
And then come back and do the second half.
Okay. Maybe that's, I guess, a way to approach it.
Right.
I go, man, this topic's interesting. 2 hours.
Right.
Like, and I know you can like fast forward if it's fast forward to try like some of the clips, but I don't want to miss some of the stories. Couldn't you just get this done in a quick 35?
Right.
Like, land the plane.
Yeah. Well, and some people have the platform to do it for that. Some people, have the bandwidth and have the followers, and so the more followers you have, the more you have to expand your content to reach that whole population.
Yeah.
Still, to your point, I couldn't do it all in one sitting.
Yeah.
And I don't want to listen to it all in one sitting. I'll listen to.
I don't. Okay, but I guess breaking it up, honestly, I never even crossed my mind.
Right.
To like listen 30 minutes, come back, 30 minutes, come back, 30 minutes. I'm on to so many other things.
Yeah.
Like, all the things going on in my head right now.
Correct.
Even as we're trying to do this podcast. Like, just getting through.
Right. Well, and back to your point of the 5. We've done 5 the last few episodes, and it's a good number. It's attainable. It's something that we can get through without going on for too long.
I was taught 3, 5, 7 in marketing.
Yes.
Yeah.
3, 5, I use 3 a lot.
Do you?
3 for my, for my sales leadership content. I use 3 for sales content. I use 3 a lot for me.
Yeah.
And I use 3s within 3s.
5 pillars. I use 5 a lot.
Right. Exactly. So we get our lane and we stay in it.
Yeah. There you go. Somewhere between 3 and 5 is optimal.
3 or 5.
Yeah, 3 or 5. That's right. Yeah, 4. No bueno.
No 4s.
Too confusing. Right. All right, let's go into this strategy. So, strategy 1, we're talking about ego. We're talking about this. So, strategy 1: recognize when confidence quietly turns into complacency.
Yes.
Marinate on that one for a minute. Past wins can create a false sense, I like this, of immunity. Right? Like you can't be touched, especially for owners who've survived downturns before.
Right.
People that made it out of COVID came back stronger. People who made it out of like 08, 09 crash came back stronger.
Right.
They're like, I'm resilient. Hammer time. Can't touch this.
Well, you went way back on that.
Yeah.
So you're right. People that have overcome huge challenges then find a level of success. And there comes a point in time where that success plateaus.
Right.
And that's dangerous is what we're talking about, because you feel like, okay, well, this is always going to be there. And I say it's standing firmly on the ground in front of a mirror. Right. I've done that before too, right? I've gotten over my skis, and it's like,
and when we think about it, we're saying, what does that look like? Well, that's the thinking of like, we've always done it this way.
Correct.
Right. So there's no reason to change. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Right. Ignoring early warning signs.
Yes.
Your battery didn't just go.
Right.
It was going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right. Or this one I find always interesting is dismissing new ideas as trendy, as unnecessary, as we don't overthink it here at ABC Widget Company.
Right.
That bad.
Hey, we sell nails.
For sale.
Right. We sell nails. Well,
or sale sign.
Make some changes about how you sell nails. You're not going to be selling nails for very long.
Right.
I mean, to your point, Corey, is that change happens.
Yeah.
Whether you figure out how to change with it or not is up to you. To your point, though, this has always worked for us. Doesn't lead to long-term success.
This might be a guy I want to work with.
Yes. Yes to that. Markets don't reward experience. They reward relevance.
Yes.
And just because you were when you think about loss of business, retention numbers changing.
Right.
Well, where do you think those people, they didn't just stop going to the dry cleaner.
Correct.
They stopped going to your dry cleaner.
Right.
They didn't stop going to the grocery store. They stopped going to your grocery store.
Correct.
So I think there's this false sense of simply, the market. We love to blame the market. Oh, people aren't spending as much.
Right.
I've got buddies who work in luxury automotive. Record month.
Right.
Oh, the economy is cratering. Let me tell you something. They're still going to be lined up to see that Avengers movie.
Yes.
Movie theaters are still going to be packed to the gills.
Correct. People don't stop making money in a down economy. It's who's making the money that changes. And so, to your point, people may be going in a different direction, and you've got to be paying attention to, especially your top customers. Are they making different decisions? Are you seeing them less? Are they buying less from you? That's really where we talk about your bread and butter. That's really where it is. And if those are the ones that are changing, your bottom 10% is going to consistently change because those are people that are looking for a one shot or one sale or one deal.
Correct.
But your top 20% shouldn't change. And unless it's growing.
Right.
And if it's not growing, that means that they're doing something different.
Well, your experience is only an advantage if it's paired with adaptability.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
So you got to put those things together or else someone just chooses differently.
Correct. And people don't buy what you've done. They buy what you can do based on what you've learned from what you've done.
Right. I mean, we're looking at a piece of technology right now, and there's a company that's been in the space for 20 years.
Okay.
But their user interface is antiquated. Like, it looks like it. And there's a newer player, a tech player, raising a bunch of money, got some cool tech. They're newer.
Okay.
I can tell you in this vetting process, I didn't once or have yet to once go, oh, well, they've only been around 2 years.
Right.
These other people have been around 20.
Right.
Huh. That's going to be a big decision-making factor for me. It is not.
Well, and to your point, Corey, we talked about in a recent episode, we talked about, selling and people buying the outcome.
Right.
And they're not buying the two. It used to matter that you were in business for a long time because it demonstrated consistency.
Correct.
But the internet and technology has changed the industry and business so much that people are more interested in, can you solve their problem?
Yeah.
And you better believe it.
That's right. All right, number 2.
Okay.
Stop using your best years as the benchmark.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is in life too.
Right.
People love to look through the rearview mirror.
Right.
If I have to hear one more person running down their resume to me,
right.
What are you doing now?
Mm-hmm.
I understand you built this, you create this, you da 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 da. Talk to me. Is it Willie H? Is it Jody Watley or Janet Jackson? That is, what have you done for me lately? It is Janet, right?
Yeah. Okay. Janet,
yeah. I want to make sure I wasn't disrespecting Jody Watley if I had it wrong.
Is it Janet Jackson or is it?
I've always no, it's definitely not Paul Abdul.
Janet Jackson,
but I've always quoted it as Janet Jackson.
Okay, I like it.
But It's right now.
Right.
I take nothing away from your resume. I take nothing away from what happened 20 years. But what's going on today, baby?
Right.
That's what I want to know.
What you've done matters if it shapes what you do.
Right. I mean, yeah, but right. But you can't measure success, right? Measuring success against your peak,
Right.
right? Instead of current market realities.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember when gas was $1.08. Me too, actually.
Right.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
I remember my grandfather, rest in peace, would say, and he grew up during the Depression, and he goes, we'll say bread was $1 at the time. This was
Right.
a long time ago. You say we were having this conversation and a loaf of bread was $1. And he goes, I have friends that will talk about in the good old days, you could buy a loaf of bread for $0.10. He goes, when a loaf of bread was $0.10, I didn't have $0.10 to buy it. He goes, it's $1 today and I got the $1. I'd rather buy it with my $1.
Right.
And talking about what does today.
A very wise man.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. And so it's in line with, if you're living on your best year.
Right.
And this isn't your best year.
Right.
Then you're living in a hole, really.
Right.
Because all you've done is dropped off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, or you're setting yourself up to have a problem.
Correct.
Yes. Because this shows up in we're looking at our performance, comparing it to pre-COVID.
Right.
Don't worry, the market's resilient. It's going to bounce back.
Right.
This trend's going to come back around again. Don't worry. I'm just going to try to wait it out.
Right.
Resisting changes that feel beneath their previous level. Okay, we can't go backwards, or we can't lower our prices, or we can't offer something at a entry level point. We're this premium service.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting, Corey. And these are all tied to ego, right? Like
sure.
We can't
certainly element. Certainly
we can't do things differently. We can't do that's beneath us.
Right.
That's not who we are. And look, I get it. There are some components of luxury items. There are some components of high ticket items that you have to have an element of this.
Right.
If
Louis
is our
Vuitton
stand.
started selling sneakers for $99, that would be a problem.
Correct.
But Louis Vuitton is posting record revenues right now.
Correct. Yeah, all of LVMH is posting record revenues for sure. But it's interesting though too. There's a furniture store over at the mall. I bought a couple of chairs that I've been looking at, and just kitchen table chairs. And I had gone back and I'd taken a picture of them a couple of years ago, and I was looking at, and I took a picture of the chair and a picture of the price tag.
Right.
The price that I paid in January was $100 a chair less than it was.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on sale. It was $100 a chair less.
Right.
That same chair was $100 more per chair 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And they've made some adjustments.
But wages haven't made an adjustment at the same level.
Correct.
So like in when you think about that.
Correct.
So I try not to look at that stuff so I don't get angry. I don't get aggravated. Like
right.
That's something you want to go walk down memory lane with, that kind of stuff. I don't want to know.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
I
was going through some pictures. I was like, delete. I was cleaning out some pictures. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
So, but to your point though,
overpricing.
To your point is if your ego is determining how you're making decisions, you're going to struggle.
Well, and the other thing is, for consideration, the market you dominated may no longer exist.
Right.
And probably doesn't exist in its current form.
Right.
Because there were just elements at play that weren't available, that didn't exist.
Right.
When you just think about, we're undergoing this AI revolution.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about the level of things that I would have needed somebody else to do, or needed to bring somebody in on,
mm-hmm.
that an AI, prompt can solve for me and the
Right.
speed. Now, which is very interesting to a self-proclaimed procrastinator.
Right.
Right. I don't know if like that might be the worst thing that could have come available to a procrastinator. Is something that allows you to cut your time in half.
Right.
And allows me to delay something I'm doing.
Give you more time.
Delay something I'm doing. For Willie H is laughing because Willie H knows there's something that I recently did that like it was an hour to go time that I could have had done 2 months in advance.
Right.
So it really, I don't know if it's the greatest gift or it's I got ChatGPT. I don't have to.
Right.
I'll get to it when I get to it now. Because that's just crazy. But I just have to say this: your best year is not a strategy.
Right.
It's a memory.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
well said.
So
yeah, well said.
So yeah, let's keep that in mind. All right, strategy 3. Detach your identity from the business. See, when criticism of the business feels like a personal attack,
Right.
growth can stall.
Yeah. And what ends up happening is when your identity is in the business, and look, I get it. People work really hard to build a business and to have some success, and the identity is attached to that. What ends up happening is when somebody we use guidance, when somebody offers a suggestion to do it better.
Right.
And it's tied, and that suggestion is about your business and your identity is tied to your business. Now you become defensive.
Yeah.
And you start, instead of fixing it, you defend it.
Yeah, sure.
Like it's your own.
Right.
And that's
then ego.
And then ego
stops you. Oh, I can't admit this wasn't right. I can't admit. Now, I mean, I tell people all the time, I'm perfectly fine being wrong. But I will make sure you know when I'm right.
Correct.
So if you go against my advice and it proves wrong, I'm going to let you know that way, but I will also let you know what? I'm wrong. I've got a client, I got to tell him later that he predicted something or he felt some way about it. I wasn't certain or not certain. I wasn't as certain as he was about what was happening, but it turns out he was right. So I'll tell the later today when I talk to him, I'll say, hey, you were right about that thing. Yeah. I got no problem.
It's often harder for me to tell somebody else that they were right than it is for me to admit that I was wrong.
Interesting. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. But the thing about that is it's how does that show up when we talk about that conceptually, right? It's correct. It's defensiveness when particularly people who are in your circle, when your advisors challenge your ideas. It's, surrounding yourself with yes people, can create that problem. Also, avoiding uncomfortable data or feedback because you don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that right now.
Yeah. Either avoiding it.
Right.
Or looking at it through the lens of, well, that's not.
Yeah. Well, you can't fix what you refuse to examine.
Right. That's true.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you put those blinders on, but the fact of the matter is, if your business can't be questioned, it can't be improved.
Yeah.
Let the church say amen.
There you go.
Good. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Willie H.
Yeah.
All right.
Nailed that one.
Maybe that's what he needs. More positive encouragement.
Yep. And granola. More granola.
And kefir.
Oh, is that what? Yeah.
Kefir. Okay. I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't want to know. Listen, if it keeps them regular, that's all I care about. All right, strategy. Exactly right. Strategy 4. We don't need them running off in the middle. No. In the middle of the podcast.
We'll come back onto the interstate.
I'll be right back.
That's right.
About 10 to 15. Come get me.
Peace out.
Yeah. You start seeing a lot of memes show up. I've been there too long. All right. Strategy 4. Replace ego-based decisions with evidence-based decisions. Ego loves instinct.
Yes.
But growth requires proof.
Yeah. And and evidence of growth. Like this is what we're doing is working.
Right.
And so it allows you, like, you've got to, ego stops creativity too.
Right.
And so that, we talk about growth, we talk about new opportunities, we've talked about embracing trends in previous episodes. Ego gets in the way of growth because it blocks or stifles that type of creativity.
Right.
And a willingness, like, well, I don't need to do that. What I'm doing is working.
Right. Yeah, for now.
For now. Right.
And I'm happy to be wrong. Now, what do we want to do? We want to, so consider this, right? Let customer behavior outweigh opinions, right? Are you tracking conversion? Are you tracking retention? Are you tracking attention?
Right.
Not just revenue. And I think the reality to consider is, can you make decisions on what's working now?
Right.
Not what worked before.
Yeah.
There's just too many things that I think that we do differently now that have to get consideration here.
Well, and your business is going to evolve. And the key for you is if you can lower me.
Sure.
Look, my ego's gotten in the way more times than I'm proud to admit, but I can acknowledge that.
I never picked you for a ego kind of maniac.
Well, not a maniac, but I mean, I'm a maniac in a lot of ways, but not necessarily as, but I'm talking about ego in the terms that we're talking about. This has worked for me. I'm going to keep doing that.
Gotcha.
So in certainly in the terms that we're in the context that we're talking about it, but your business has to evolve, and you have to be willing, to look at your business as an evolution. So you talk about if you're living on your best year, and your best year was 5 years ago, your business hasn't evolved to grow. Your business has evolved to dissolve.
Voice of reason.
There you go.
Yeah, I earned one.
You picked that up.
Oh, yeah. I earned one. All right.
They're like slow to be handed out now. Like we got to be like, oh, okay, great.
We got to up our game.
Did we do good, sir?
We got to up our game.
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. All right. Strategy 5. This is the express plan we've had today.
Yeah.
I want to get that information in people's hands.
Good.
Okay. Strategy 5. Right up your alley. Redefine leadership for the 2026 market. Leadership is no longer about having all the answers. It's about creating speed, clarity, and alignment.
Yes.
Bingo!
Look at Willie H. Maybe that's what he needs. It's the time frame. We got to get in, get to it, and then he stays sharp. It's when it goes longer that he starts to, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the closer we get to the line, the harder it is.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
So you're right, Corey, and I'm going to lean on something I talk about in the develop people principle in my leadership talks. And you're talking about developing people. If you teach the people that you lead what to think and what to do, you're teaching them to become a semi-good version of you, and you're teaching them limits. If you teach the people on your team how to think and how to develop for themselves, you've given them guidance and said, this is what we're trying to accomplish. Here are things that you can do to develop yourself. You're teaching them possibilities, and you will reach what you teach. So as a leader, if you teach limits, you're going to reach limits.
Right.
If you teach possibilities, you're going to reach possibilities. And by teaching people how to develop, they're going to bring back things to your business. As long as you're willing to listen to them, they're going to bring back things to your business that will help you grow your business in ways that you couldn't even come up with yourself.
Woo. When the church say amen.
I like it. Well, because, and what you're describing is an approach to modern leadership, right?
Correct.
So, when we talk about that, what are we saying? Well, ask better questions instead of giving faster answers.
Right.
Invest in the learning process, not just execution, right? Because you can move faster and be wrong. when you could have done it another way.
Right.
And, you know, from an ego standpoint, are you building teams that challenge, not just protect the ego?
Right. Yeah. And, you know, it goes back, there's a couple things we go back to. In the very beginning, we talked about ego and identity, your identity being the business, not in the business.
Right.
And, you know, there's something that Henry Ford's been credited as saying. Henry Ford built Ford Motor Company, right?
You don't say.
Yeah, exactly. You know, going back to the auto.
Really? Tell me more.
Going back to the auto industry. And Henry Ford, somebody asked Henry Ford, asked him a question. He goes, well, I don't need to know. He said, I don't know the answer to that. And the person goes, well, why don't you know the answer to that? He goes, I don't need to know the answer to that. What I need to know is who I can call on the phone and get the answer to that, which means that he trusted people in his organization to get involved with things that he wasn't necessarily the best at.
Right.
And that's what we're talking about is create an environment where there are people in your organization can be good at things that you're not good at.
Right.
And that's not your area of expertise. Let them develop that, encourage it, and then rely on that, what they learn and their expertise and the advice that they offer.
Maybe this guy can help
There you
me.
go. This guy running the board today, running the board. You know, I think it's that realization when we talk about the ego, is that the leader who won yesterday isn't automatically going to win tomorrow.
Right.
So I think that's worth consideration, because to me in 2026, leadership isn't about being right. It's about staying relevant.
Bingo.
What do you think?
I think leadership's not about being right. It's about getting it right.
Yeah.
And you're 100%. You gotta stay relevant. You've got to incorporate other people's ideas. You've got to have this gets back to clarity. You have to be clear on your business, clear on who your clients are, and make decisions running them through that filter.
And you know, everyone has to keep it around. So this isn't, don't be proud of what you've done. Don't be proud of the great year you had.
Right.
You know, I was at a high school gym and, you know, the championship banner is from 1998.
Right.
I mean, that's the last time they won.
Right.
Right? So, I mean, that banner looks a little lonely up there, but so they're still proud of 98, right? So your past success is certainly proof of what you are capable of.
Correct.
But it's not a guarantee of what your business needs next. You know, a lot of the football organizations have learned that.
Yes.
Well, I should say a lot of the coaches have learned that their storied career, they're out of chances.
Yeah.
So to me, as we talk about ego, I think it's very, very important to say 2026 and winning in 2026, that winning will go to people who can outgo their ego and not let that drive them.
Yeah, you know, they're driven and motivated by the mission, right?
Yeah.
What do we want to accomplish? What do we want the business to do? Who are we serving as a customer base or a client base? And, you know, for us, it's business owners and leaders that want to grow their business.
Right.
Be clear in what you're doing and who you do it for so that you can make good decisions and recognize, because when you're clear about it, you can recognize, okay, this doesn't feel right, but maybe it doesn't feel right because I'm in the way.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah.
That's all I got.
And I think before we wrap up, I want to pose this question. What's one belief about your business that you might need to challenge this year? I think that's worth noting and worth thinking about.
100%.
You know? And before we get out of here, we can't leave without thanking our fantastic sponsor, Pecan Jack's Ice Cream and Candy Kitchen.
Yeah, appreciate it, Corey. So before we wrap, a quick thank you to our sponsor, Pecan Jack's Ice Cream and Candy Kitchen franchise, serving up smiles and strong returns with an average unit volume of $962,193.38. If you're ready to add a high-performing, family-friendly franchise to your business portfolio, visit pecanjacks.com and start your journey today.
Fantastic. Getting really good at that.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
Excellent, excellent. Well, with that being said, as they say, with that being said,
yes,
I'm going to let you wrap up.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming back. And next time, bring a friend. And if you feel good about it, buy some Pecan Jacks candy and ice cream and candy and eat it while you're listening to us.
There you go. Yeah, that's photo worthy there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to check out Position for Growth, now available on Amazon.com, also in Kindle format. We're going to leave it there, folks. This has been another edition of the Grow Business Podcast. On behalf of myself, Lon Graham, LG007, and Willie H., we will see you next time.
Yeah, I can see people that are watching us on YouTube and on Spotify with their own peanut brittle or candy brittle from Pecan Jacks, enjoying an episode, enjoying some fresh candy.
Good. That's what they should be doing.
Yummy. Indeed. Agree. Yeah, we're definitely an express lane.